Streaming
Says
channel
we're
does
on
not
air.
match. Oh.
Oh, it's YouTube.
Yeah, it was YouTube. It looks like it might be matching. Yeah, wait, what's that? We're good.
We're good.
OBS doesn't know what's going on.
Come on, OBS.
Let's go ahead and
get your O out of your BS.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's get Helix Rock Radio going. Grawlix Nights update. All right. We should be live in both places.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Grawlix Nights, the Grawlix Podcast live show. I'm Randy.
And I'm Jesse.
Hey, it's been a little while. We heard all your cries. No, they were our cries because nobody said anything.
All my brain went to was like, it's been a while.
Oh, no.
Stained. You know, Helix Rock Radio, you know that song.
Helix Rock Radio definitely knows that song.
Y'all know that song.
That is Helix Rock Radio jam right there.
Been a while.
That's their jam.
Yeah.
It's such a...
Would that guy like wave at a helicopter? This is Aaron Lewis. He would be like, helicopter, you're out there in my backyard. You're not supposed to be. Hey, America.
Oh,
did you not hear that story?
I didn't hear that story.
Oh man, it was a whole thing where they were like, the helicopter did a flyby of Kid Rock's stuff, and he must have known they were coming because he had his camera ready and everything, and he was like saluting them and stuff, and then they did like a whole thing where they were like going to look into it, and then Pete Hegseth said, "Nah, you don't got to."
Of course.
We like Kid Rock. Good job, Patriots. Good job using that expensive military equipment to do a flyby of Kid Rock's house.
Oh God. Everything is the worst all the time.
All the time. We're in the smartest timeline right now.
But to answer your question, I could be wrong, but I do get the impression that the Stained guy is one of those.
One of those, huh?
One of those types.
Just saluting random helicopters in his yard.
Kind of like, what's his name? David Ducherino from Disturbed.
Oh, the name like that.
That's not his name.
With a name like that. Oh, yeah.
With the Disturbed guy.
Isn't he like an avowed Nazi or something?
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't think that's the case, but he.
Oh, something else. I don't know.
I hope
maybe not. Okay, I mean,
I hope I'm not mixing my stories up. I mean, that's who I'm talking about, but I don't think that's the case. I hope I'm not mixing my stories up. But
that might just be that might be Pantera. I don't know. I don't remember who's what anymore. You just start finding out things about people, and you're like, I don't know what I think about them anymore.
There was a video where
I know what I think about them, but like, I don't know what I think about their music now. Was it always about this?
Right. There was a video or photo shoot of something of the Disturbed guy autographing actual bombs that were later then used overseas to probably explode innocent people. But yeah, so like,
no, come on,
F that guy. We're not political. This is, by the way, we're not a political show. This is not political.
No.
We're here to talk about entertainment.
That's right.
Once
upon a time, music was entertainment.
Right.
Not political.
Right. I mean, it's all right that music is political. It's just,
I was going to say, that's nonsense.
What people
music has always had. Yeah.
It just sucks when music you used to listen to, it turns out the people who made it, their politics really suck.
Right.
So,
I mean, like, yeah, music has been a place for people air their politics
of
all
course,
the time.
Of course.
They, Green Day did a whole rock opera, so.
Dude, that's such an irritating thing because online, there's a lot of discourse around, well, anything controversial, anything political, but also like I read a lot of like whatever music related discourse, and you constantly come across like the whole they need to stay out of politics and just do your job, do the
Right.
music, stay out of politics, don't get political. But then also you'll see people who like you got to separate the art from the artist when their politics are real bad. Oh, you should need to separate the art from the artist. It's like, well, which is it, man? Which
Well,
is it?
yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, if it's keep your politics out of it, then why do we have an alternate halftime show?
Right.
Let's get real here.
Right.
Like, okay, which is it?
Did we ever even talk about that? Not that we need to, because I'm not like a Bad Bunny fan. Not that familiar. But did you watch it? This is
Oh yeah, I
old
watched
news,
it. I
but
liked it.
we are
I was just
live.
say, I
We
was
are
just say,
live and
listen to
current.
us. Listen, it's been months.
It's
Well, a month. It's been a month
April.
and maybe a week.
It's April right now, but yeah, it's been over a
Yeah.
month since we've been on here. We're catching up on old stuff.
April no fooling. We're talking about the Super Bowl halftime show.
Right.
What was that? February when that happened? I don't know. I feel like that's right. Anyways,
It would make
yeah.
sense that we're
I thought it was
catching up
really
about
good.
it
I
now.
thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was like maybe one of the most, like probably the highest produced or like the most production that's gone into a halftime show that I can remember. And I watched Prince and Michael Jackson.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
like there was some production in Michael Jackson's thing, but like Bad Bunny, man, he went all out.
They've got
Didn't mess around.
I want to say theatrical, but not theatrical. They've got almost cinematic. They've got very
It was.
elaborate with their bits where it's like this is only really going to play for the people watching at home. Like when he falls through,
Really,
goes
yeah.
down through the
You're
roof,
not gonna
and
be able
like
to see that
in the stadium, that you're not seeing nothing. But like,
No.
oh, and him walking through like the hedges or the maze, practically. It's like in the stadium. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you're watching on a big screen somewhere anyway. But
Oh yeah, I suppose they are showing that. Yeah.
but like that's for the TV audience.
Right.
But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. The production was fantastic. I liked the year before musically better, and I'm not a
Mm. Was
Kendrick.
it The Weeknd?
No, it was
Oh,
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar. Oh yeah, yeah, his was good too.
And
yeah.
I'm not like a huge fan of his. I mean, I like his music, but he's not somebody I follow. But I like that music more, and so I enjoyed that show more. But this one was also very good, and I feel like the production was a notch above for sure.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of anything that really compares to it. It was, and you've got so little time, like all that work goes into that, just that little chunk of entertainment, and then it's gone.
It's got to be a
Like
lot of work
I bet
too.
the alternate show probably went a lot longer, wouldn't it? It would almost have to.
The alternate show was
With
pre-recorded.
all the acts they had.
It was pre-recorded. It was pre-recorded and overdubbed, and like Kid Rock clearly was either lip syncing live or they just redubbed the performance to the video altogether. Like it was so,
man,
it didn't match up at all, and it was basically just people on a stage. There was not like it doesn't compare.
I didn't watch any of that, and Kid Rock would have been the only one I would have probably watched, because I listened to him a little bit. You couldn't help but not, and some of his stuff was catchy enough back in the day. I never really thought he was good, but there was a few songs I was like, this one's all right. I'll listen to that one.
You didn't want to listen to the country song about
I'm gonna be a cowboy, baby. Oh man,
I don't
everybody
know
else was country.
Country songs about drinking beer and telling your little boy it's okay to be a little boy. You don't have to be a little girl.
Right.
It was repugnant. I didn't watch the whole thing, obviously. I watched clips.
The signal, what do they say? Virtue signaling.
Oh
So
man,
that's what it was. It'd be a turning point, Yeah, not surprised.
But we're not political.
We're not political. We're talking about the entertainment part of an entertaining sports show.
You cannot
game.
they cannot be separated. They cannot,
Nope.
because everything's a
No.
culture war. Every bit of
Yeah.
entertainment is touched by the culture war, quote unquote, and instantly is political. So like you can't avoid it.
We can't have a Superman movie without getting political.
Right.
So what are you gonna do?
I watched that again not long ago. It was my sixth.
Oh, why not? It's
my
a good.
sixth
That's
viewing.
a good show. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
It has flaws, but like there's some parts that do drive me nuts, but there's what's good about it greatly outweighs the flaws, outweighs whatever. That scene with the, what do they call it? The anti-proton river or whatever, and and going into
it was like antimatter, wasn't it, or anti
something like
something,
that?
yeah,
going towards the black hole. That's one of those, like, it's so outlandish that it's just amazing, and they even call it out to where Mr. Terrific is like, there's an ugly dog in a cape, a strange looking baby and a squiggle man. I'm like, yep, they know this is James Gunn knows what I like.
love Mr. Terrific and like everything about it. Everything about him in that movie is like, when they showed that he was going to be in it, I was like, Mr. Terrific's going to be in the Superman movie.
It's like, a weird
and Guy Gardner, and I was like, what is such a weird group? Like, what, really? But there was a part of me that was excited because I like that character. It's just like such a strange pull out of the whole of the DCU, but it works so well for the movie.
I'm so curious about, since we're actually kind of on a Grawlix appropriate topics, Supergirl. I'm so curious as to what's the due date, or the due date? What's the release date on that? June 26th. I read an article about it not long ago that was a little concerning, in that it had apparently gone through 8 rounds of test screenings, and they made changes every time.
Is this Supergirl?
Supergirl. Yeah, Supergirl.
Okay.
And according to whatever article I read, 8 is kind of a lot. And
sure,
it went through refinements every time. And so that's always, not that them doing test screenings and stuff is a bad thing, but it's not a good sign when it's like they just keep iterating on it. It's the whole, like, make it as,
I would hope that, like, James Gunn being at the helm means that those test screens are going to have like worthy reworks and not just kowtowing to the studio reworks.
Right.
But I'm sure, I mean there's always going to be that, but
well, and I know even Superman went through, of course, test screenings, and I remember there was stuff removed that the test audiences did not like, including Lex actually torturing the dog. But there was apparently stuff that audiences didn't like that James Gunn was like, I'm not removing that. Like him saving the squirrel. Apparently, audience
the squirrel. Yeah.
I
thought that was. I think that was good. I like that he stuck to his guns on that. People did have a beef with that, but I was like, so dumb. So dumb. I like that. That's Superman, man.
And also, I wonder what the state of things will be with whatever happens to Warner Brothers, because it still has not been decided.
Right, man. How long has that been going on now?
I was thinking about it the other day.
Pretty well done dealing.
I was thinking about it the other day and looked it up, and like all the articles were from like 3 weeks ago, so there hadn't been much. I did come across one thing that said, basically, who's it? Paramount? Who was it that was looking at?
Yeah, Paramount was looking at him.
That was not dead, but kind of stalled out, and that Netflix was still like eyeballing it. It's like, I don't know what this article is going off of, but it kind of seemed like it was just in like a holding pattern. I don't know that
what's going to happen. Like I was shocked. One of the rumored articles that I saw was that they were talking about getting rid of HBO Max. And so I guess that would mean that they would fold all of HBO's properties into Paramount. I think that's backwards.
That yeah,
That's a terrible idea.
they could do that. The smarter thing would be to fold all of Paramount stuff into HBO because that's
Yeah, because
way
HBO,
more.
the HBO app and everything has been around longer. I mean, not longer than CBS, but like,
Yeah, but there's no way. There's no way like the Paramount, whatever, or Peacock or whatever it is. There's no way that has a higher, you know,
no,
uh, consumer recognition than HBO.
no. It's grown. I'll give them that, but no, no way. HBO is established.
I will say, and I don't have Paramount or what. I do get very annoyed with like the lack of new movies hitting streaming services lately. Like it used to
Mhm.
be, if not every weekend, every other weekend, or at least a good chunk of brand new movies would hit most streaming services every month. And lately I've been looking it up and I'll like on Rotten Tomatoes or wherever, whatever website, and I'll
Mhm.
narrow it down to the services I currently have and then put like just new stuff. And I'll look at it and it's like,
Right.
it's been 2 months and like between 4 streaming services I have, there's like 2 high profile movies released in the last 2 months on these things and a
Mhm.
bunch of just random crap I'm completely unaware of, and it looks, I don't know. But it seems like a lot of the new stuff is going to Paramount, so that irritates me. I don't want to buy Paramount.
Right. But
But
then there's like a lot of cool nerd shows popping out. Like we've got Daredevil current right now. We
yep.
got The Boys just dropped. Haven't even had a chance to look at that yet. Um,
Us either. We're going to though.
uh,
We just renewed Prime so we could watch it.
apparently, there's a Darth Maul thing if you're a Star Wars person. So
Hmm.
apparently that's out now. I haven't looked at that yet. I know that Dimension 20's starting a new season. And
Right.
I don't know, like I tried to get into Gladlands, which was like their mini season, their side adventure. I don't remember what they called those, but it was fine, but it just was, and it had a lot of good like dropout. I don't know if you call them characters or actors.
Sure.
I mean, they're actors, but like you had Ali Beardsley and you had Jacob and you had Zach Zach Oyama. He seems to be a staple in just about any season they can get him in.
And
But
rightfully
man, there's
so.
just something. Oh yeah, he's a treasure. But like there's just something about the Intrepid Heroes. Like just from the drop of this new season, they're just ornery, and it's like the perfect, like vampires are so dark and like self-important that it's like the perfect breeding ground for the chaos that they ensue. And it's like I've not even gotten 10 minutes in and I'm like, this is gonna be so ridiculous. And they get to Murph's character and he describes himself as 7'4". It's like, well, of course he is Murph. Of course. 'Cause he's got to be the straight man on his own show. So when he gets to when he gets to Dropout, he's usually the straight man on Dropout too. But of course, with this kind of a situation, he's like just gonna go all in. He's basically like the Shadow, if the Shadow was a vampire that was enormous,
It's interesting,
but
like
he's a superhero.
he does often do like the straight man role, but he takes it to like a ridiculous degree, but also
Yeah.
utilizes the fact that when he breaks character, or just when he breaks the concept of a straight man and does something just wholly ridiculous, it's just extra funny.
Yeah. And I mean, like, they're just not. I haven't even gotten through all the introductions yet, and I'm already like, oh man, this is gonna be a lot. This season's gonna be a lot. I mean, they start with body rolling, and they're just all body rolling, and I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. And then, and they're like, this is the sexy season, Murph, and Murph's looking super uncomfortable uncomfortable about it, the whole thing, and Brennan's just like, yeah, it's sexy from the drop. It was like, we were fine during session 0 that nobody sees, but now it's all out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn Dropout back on. I had it off for a while. I'm gonna have to sub to that too. I don't
There's a
know.
lot of good stuff. I mean, what Game Changer is going to be coming back?
Right.
That they're April Fools. I don't even know if it's April Fools, but I'm assuming that's what the point of it was. D20 on a bus, like a full proper episode,
I need to
complete
watch
with
that.
its own adventuring party. The adventuring party was but it was funny because like she comes in all the gear that then they drop on their Dropout merch store. But
Oh,
she's
sure.
just like decked out in it. She's got the bucket hat. She's got like the shirt or the hoodie or whatever. And just is like, oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I've seen a couple clips on social media they've shared now, and I've got to see it. I got to see it. I seen the bit where she pulled up IMDb and
It
her
was so
little
good. It was so good. I was just
mini
like,
episode is the number
wow.
one, the top rated episode of the series,
Yeah.
and then Matt Mercer, or no, what's she call him?
Mark.
Mark Mercer. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, Brandon, sometimes a guest comes on and does the best work your show's ever done, and it's so good. That was so good.
It's so perfect. It was just like there's just all these things that like you think that like okay, it's you've done everything. Okay,
Right.
this joke is over, right? Like, and then they come out with a box of doom, and you could just it was just palpable. And I can't spoil it for you, but
Okay.
like once the
Okay.
box of doom comes out, it's just like, oh, so good.
Cool. Katie's such an her humor is so interesting because I like her. She's like it's deadpan, but super
Mhm.
goofy at the same time.
Yeah.
And I feel like it feels like it should be so like one note and like get old super fast, but somehow she manages to stretch it and keep it going, and it
It's
works.
baffling. It is. It's baffling. I was just like, how far can you take
Yep.
this concept? Like at a certain point, it's got to actually kind of make sense or something because you can't do this for 50 minutes, can you?
Right.
I guess.
There was an older Dropout show on there. I can't remember what it's called. And I watched a episode or a couple episodes and then just it spaced it off, never came back to it, but it's basically kind of like, and it was when they were still doing a lot of, like, filming in the Dropout offices, and there was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
when kind of the YouTube stuff was still in swing, but so everyone's, like,
Like,
playing
was
themselves,
it
but it's
Dropout already, or was it still College Humor?
it was that's a good question. I think it was Dropout already,
Hmm.
but it still I could be wrong, but it still had a very College Humor vibe.
Right.
Obviously not their old stuff, uh,
Right.
but it was where so the show it was a series, a proper series, uh, where everybody's playing themselves, but it's also clearly fictional, and it equates to it was like a spin-off series of a series of skits they did on YouTube where Katie was a drug dealer, uh, but she was totally just like Katie. Um,
Mhm.
but it became not like a Breaking Bad, but like she got into deep situation to where the first episode ends with some character getting shot and killed, and I was like, what is the tone of the show? Because it's just totally like Dropout Katie wacky. Oh, she's selling coke, and then at the end, a character gets shot and dies, and it's like, oh, okay,
Who is
uh,
this for? Who is
yeah.
this stream for?
So right. I can't remember the name of it, but it was good. If you're ever bored, I don't know, look it up. I don't know if it
Just
was
go down the rabbit hole. I do need to see more stuff with her in it because whew, highest rated, I get it. I mean, I laughed,
Kingpin Katie, and it's from 2019.
Kingpin Katie. Okay.
Yep. slacker
Oh, and that would
comedy.
have been peak. That would have been peak. Dimension 20 right there, because that would have been right before
Right
COVID and
before,
whatnot.
yeah.
When then they also announced a new Punisher thing for Disney Plus. Did you see
Oh,
any of that?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, John Bernthal, Punisher, one more kill or something like that. One more something.
One Last
And
Kill?
I think they did and they did like a I think they dropped a trailer or at least a teaser. And that was a surprise to me because I just saw him in the Spider-Man trailer and I was like, "Oh, they're going to give him like a show, or is it just like a one-off?" I'm not even sure what all it is.
According to IMDb, it's a TV special 2026. So that sounds like one-off.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
That might not be a bad call, I mean, like what they did that with Star Trek with Michelle Yeoh's character, where they gave her basically a Star Trek movie, and it was good. It was, doesn't get overdone that way.
Right. Right.
Punisher works pretty well like that. Like, send him on a special. It feels like special missions. Like there was a. Oh wait, that was GI Joe, but same concept. I think like there was a. I want to say there was a Punisher book that was kind of like that, where it was just like Punisher does a one-off or whatever. I could be. I don't know. I could
What
be
was that?
conflating two different things.
I'm surprised they don't do more of the Marvel one-offs like that. Like what was with the creatures, where it was mostly black and white, and it had
In Marvel.
on Disney Plus it had, was it Man Thing was in there?
Oh yeah. Werewolf by Night or whatever.
Yeah, like a
That
little
was
one-off.
good. Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah.
Did I hear they were gonna do another? I want to say that I heard somewhere that there was news of another one coming up.
I'm not
Might
sure.
have even been a sequel. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I don't know if I need more of that or not, because I mean I need more of that kind of thing. I don't Man Thing. I don't know. But the thing that was so magical about that one is I didn't see that one coming at all. And just all of a sudden they were like, "Happy Halloween, here it is." And it's a magic thing for you.
There's some news from, looks like 2024, and then like an update.
I don't know. Every once in a while Google sends me stuff and I guess I don't look at the
Right.
the date, so it might be old.
I feel like that's probably up in the air.
Right.
But
it seems like a lot of those projects are kind of up in the air.
Especially shortly after that point is when things really started to get dicey with Disney.
Right.
Spider-Man trailer.
Then didn't they announce that Blade was dead in the water?
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, they set it up. I mean, I get it. I don't know why they hitched their Blade horse to the Eternals. I don't know why the Eternals was where we were going to get the tease, but so like what's his name? Is it Kit Harington? Not Kit Harington. That's somebody else, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's somebody else.
The North remembers. That guy.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right with that name.
Anyways, he was going to be the Black Knight, and so is that dead in the water too? Like,
have you watched?
Been great at that.
What was that recent? There was a recent Marvel series, Wonder Man.
I haven't seen Wonder Man, and I heard it was good.
We watched an episode.
My friend Ben said that it was good, and I generally respect what he has to say about especially Marvel stuff.
It doesn't seem to have gotten a lot of traction, but I was curious and I looked it up, and like it's been received well. Apparently it's very good. I don't know that it's like made a lot of waves, but Melanie and I watched the first episode, and then I don't know. I don't know if she was keen on it or not. We just haven't went back to it, but it seemed interesting. Ben Kingsley reprising
Oh,
his role, which I was surprised about.
oh, interesting. Yeah.
Uh,
Is
yeah.
Did you ever watch any of the Ironheart stuff? I didn't even
Uh-uh.
crack into that one.
No, me either.
It got really negative reviews, but I didn't know if that's just the anti-woke mob.
It's so hard to write. Yeah. I didn't even
Like
ever
I
watch the Secret Wars stuff, the Nick Fury
Oh, you
series.
didn't watch the Secret Invasion? Oh,
Secret Invasion, and
it
it's only
wasn't as good as like its namesake, but
right.
it was kind of fun, you know. I mean, like I've always liked the scroll idea, the idea of the scroll invasion, but like the comic was cooler because like you got to see how they were like replacing big name heroes and everything, and you really don't get that from the show until like the very end, and you're like, oh, that guy was always a scroll, huh? Or I wonder
Interesting.
when that guy became a scroll. You're like that whole thing. So there's like a few reveals in that series that are interesting, but you have to wait basically to the end to figure it out.
Mm.
Or not to the end, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that came out. I don't think I had Disney Plus at that time, when it
Oh
first
yeah,
came
yeah.
out, and then I keep forgetting about that it exists. Maybe I'll have to go back and
Sam
revisit that on my
Jackson's
own
pretty
time.
I mean, like Sam Jackson, he's no
Sa
slouch, man. But like
Samuel L.
they
Gotta.
pull some interesting Nick Fury out of him in that series.
Yeah.
Yeah. They give him like I don't know, they give him like a family life kind of thing
Hmm.
that you didn't know about.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. It got so messy. The Marvel, the
Yeah.
Marvel, the MCU got so messy,
I'm
and it's their
curious of
fault.
what they're gonna do with this next Avengers movie because on paper it sounds like it's just gonna get messier.
Yeah.
And then what? Are they gonna tie it all back together? Somehow?
Uh,
No.
man, Eternals wasn't terrible, but I feel like it really did get sloppy in that.
Mm,
What was the big appeal to it? Like, what was like? It felt like a thing where it's like, I mean, they're all essentially pushing the universe, new product in universe thing before like a compelling story. But at least most other movies, at least the super successful ones, had some hook, had a compelling story, had a character that
yeah,
either like Iron Man, where people latched on, maybe surprisingly, to it, and then they were able to at least
right.
ride the movies off of him. Thor, they just kind of forced until they hit a good spot, I think. But
Kind of, yeah.
Eternals, it's just like, and it's a bummer because Kumail Nanjiani was in that. I was really hoping he was going to have a
Mhm.
bigger role in the MCU, but whatever.
They kind of wasted it, you know? Like,
Yeah,
but also with the multiverse, like I suppose you could cast him as some other character now, you know, because what they had um John Krasinski as you know, Mr. Fantastic, and then
right.
they had Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, which callback Pedro Pascal just chilling and having a good time during the Bad Bunny. Did you
Oh
see
yeah,
him when
yeah. He was just
yeah, it
there.
was
He was
like
just,
that?
yeah,
Like that's Pedro Pascal, I think.
yeah.
He's just partying in the thing. Yeah.
Spider-Man trailer from a couple weeks ago now looked pretty
Yeah.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
interested. I'm interested. I was not expecting Punisher to show up in that.
Oh,
Uh,
right. I knew he was in the movie though. I did know he was in the movie. I guess I
yeah.
didn't think he was going to be in the trailer though.
Hmm.
And so it was just like, oh yeah, he is. He's big enough to be in the trailer, kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think I expected
Watch,
him to
that's the
be.
whole of it. Well, that won't be the whole of it because he's clearly had some kind of rapport with Frank in order to
Yeah,
be like, no, Frank.
and there's a lot of speculation about who else will be in it that they didn't take out because there's some of the shots towards the end of the trailer the framing's a little funky in the same way that some of the shots in that last Spider-Man trailer of the last Spider-Man movie, where there were shots where like there's just something odd about the composition, but then
Mm-hmm.
it would leak in like the Brazil version or whatever of the trailer where it's like, oh yeah, no, they removed Croc or whatever, or what's his name,
The lizard.
the lizard.
Yeah.
So people think there's some like them turning off, I don't know, the Daredevil layer or whatever,
Oh yeah,
for the
yeah.
trailer render. But yeah, hopefully it's good, man. The Spider-Man movies, those last three have been maybe the biggest surprises for me
They
definitely out of the Sony stuff.
did they say that this is the last Tom Holland one?
I'm not sure.
Because they kept floating this idea that Tom Holland was done after the last one, and I was like,
Right.
no, you finally hit pay dirt with the characters.
Yeah.
It was like Tom Holland's been your best move since the original Avengers team.
I keep hearing he's going to retire. He's going to retire.
Yeah.
Which means it's his last one until the ploy gets the bigger paycheck for the next one. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, he's at least locked in for the next two Avenger movies. So at least I think. I thought I heard that. I don't know. Or maybe, but I mean, they got enough Spider-Man now that who knows? Maybe they don't.
Right.
Maybe they pull in, Tobey Maguire. Because it sounds like he's going to have a major role in one of them.
Really?
I don't know. The rumors are crazy right now with this thing. So, I mean, like, that's the cool thing. It's like the rumors are so all over the place that I really don't know what this movie is going to be about.
The movie's going to be like 3.5, 4 hours long just because you're going to have at least 30 minutes of different characters walking the portals.
Yeah. Tony Stark talking to himself. I mean, they're going to get him. They're gonna get him playing everything. It's just gonna be Robert Downey Jr. Right. Like they paid him so much money to get him to come back that it's just gonna be a Robert Downey Jr. movie.
There was some other interesting trailers. I think you had sent me some trailers.
Oh, I probably did. I just was it the Yeti is coming out tomorrow. Did I send you that trailer?
I think so. What was that?
It's like a very pulp horror kind of look to it.
Okay.
And, so I'm pretty pumped about it. Like it's just called The Yeti. But it's got like a pulp comics kind of look to it. And I'm like, okay, I'm in. It might be garbage for all I know, but it looks good.
It still might be garbage and be good.
I mean, that's never stopped me before.
Right. All right. Well, anyway.
You been watching anything?
Trying to think.
50 minutes in.
Oh yeah, by the way, Melanie's not here tonight.
Hey, did you notice? We have nothing steering this ship.
Right.
No rudder.
Our rudder's gone.
She's the rudder.
She's
if you didn't know.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, a normal show is kind of aimless, but then she'll occasionally like nudge us in a direction.
Yeah. Not so subtly.
Right.
She'll be like, so that's like that's like our main topic we haven't started yet.
We've been watching a lot of anime, of course, so that's kind of the standard. I'm trying to think of non-anime stuff.
Anime is life. What are you gonna do?
Right. I don't know. There's just so much. First off, I'll get on a kick about a thing, and then I'll be on that thing for ages. But also, Melanie in general likes anime, so I feel like it's easier to find stuff we both enjoy. until we find stuff that one of us enjoys and the other doesn't, and then it's just an unpleasant experience trying to
Yeah, sure.
force each other to watch a thing. And I do watch a lot on my own. I don't know. There's some great. We're actually like watching current anime, which before
Oh,
like finding older shows and like, oh, let's watch this, watch through this season
yeah.
or however many seasons until inevitably we get to the end and it's like, well, is there another season? And it's like, well, 4 years ago they said there might be in a couple years, so probably not.
Oh, that's the worst part of
Yeah.
anime is like
Oh, there's so many series
there's
go
a
that way too.
ton there's a ton of stuff until there's nothing, and
There's
then
nothing.
then you might get something like like 10 years later, and you weren't even
Legitimately.
asking for it at that point, and
Yep.
then be like, "Oh, here's the rest of that thing that started like 20 years ago."
Like I
They
think
did that with like the Tenchi Muyo series where it was just like, "Oh, here's the end of the OVA." It was like at that point it was like I don't know that anyone actually wanted more of it at that point because it's like what we had was so good that like if you come back to it now and mess it up, and they kind of did, I don't know. I don't think it was that good how they ended it. So
One
yeah.
Punch Man finally got its 3rd season this last year or so, and it had legitimately been almost 10 years since season 2,
Oh wow.
and then the 3rd season drops and everybody's like, "The animation is terrible. What have you been doing?"
Mm.
Uh, which is One Punch Man is such a like, people had the same complaints with season 2, but One Punch Man's interesting, but it's mainly because the 1st season was one of those shows where it's like, "Oh, everyone went extra on every scene." Like, it was just, like, crazy
Oh yeah.
animation, and then just to, like, fall off so hard to where it's like the production company or whoever clearly didn't invest the time, money, or have the interest in quality. I will say in terms of stuff that we've been watching, like recent stuff we've been watching for anime, Free Run season 2, Free Run is amazing. I recommend it to everybody, even if you're not really into anime, because if you're into fantasy, you got to watch Free Run. It's so good.
Mhm.
Um, and then also Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 we've been watching, and it is crazy watching those shows back to back, like new episodes of those shows, because those are shows where, especially Jujutsu Kaisen, the animation level is like insane, crazy
Mm.
animation on those, and it kind of spoils you. Like, especially there was one night
Oh
we
yeah.
watched a Free Run, and Free Run isn't always actiony, but occasionally it is action, and every time it is, they really go all out. They're good. They go all out. It's such an anime thing. I'm going all out. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
we watched that, and then we watched an episode of Jujutsu Kaisen where almost the whole episode is insane, over the top action, and you can feel the souls of the animators break just by how much work it looks like went into this thing.
Oh yeah.
Um, but it's like, this isn't normal. This is gonna ruin us for any other anime, because most other anime you put it on and it just feels like
Oh yeah. It's like
so many levels
the
below,
the staccato frame rate where they don't use as much. Yeah.
right? Uh,
I don't
Free
know,
Run,
maybe that's not as common anymore now that CGI can basically fill in the blanks.
it still is because um and computers do. I feel like they don't anime unless they go the CG route. A lot of them, I feel like, even though it's digital, they kind of make a point to stay actually hand drawn, even if they're doing it digitally.
Oh wow.
And I don't think they're doing a lot of, like, I would assume there'd be more computer tweening, like in where you set a
Mhm.
keyframe, like After Effects, you can make a line, set a keyframe, and have it move from here to here. I feel like most anime is still like they're still intentionally going frame by frame. They have
Wow.
tweening animators that'll do the
Yeah.
tedious parts, but a lot of it's still technically like hand drawn, um, which is kind of
That's
why I'll.
kinda, yeah, that's admirable for
Oh yeah,
real. And it makes sense why things would take so long then, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. That's a big part of it, and it's like the gaming industry in that like most people that work in the industry are suffering are suffering, man. Like
Yeah.
they don't get paid enough. Crazy
Listen.
crunch. It's like
I don't want to
problems.
hear how bad they have it when I'm still waiting for another Half-Life game.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
went there. I went
Right.
with Half-Life.
Right.
Yeah.
I have been just recently I did buy a brand new game, which I generally don't do, especially if it's like if it's a full price new game.
Yeah.
But I bought Crimson Desert and I've been playing that,
Mm.
and most of the reviews you'll see about it are that it's great but also terrible, and I agree with every word they say.
All right.
Uh, it's a nonsense, like it's an open world fantasy thing, so it kind of scratches the Skyrim itch.
Mm.
But the story's terrible. There's like very little to it. The main character is just such a like they should have just let you have a create a character blank slate, because the main character's like
Mm.
there's no charisma to him or anything. But the whole appeal of the game is, and I'm pretty sure they worked on it for years and years, is like it's an everything in the kitchen sink game. Uh,
Mm.
Swords and magic, run around, open world, fight people, but also get pets, befriend a dog,
Oh yeah.
get a cat, pick up any cat and pet them, put armor on your cat, go mining, chop down some trees, go fishing, go stew
Oh
yourself
wow. Yeah.
some food. Like it's one of those where it's just like,
Where the
even
mini
if
games are as robust as the actual storyline, if not more.
oh yeah, definitely more. Even if some of it doesn't, you have this like special power. It's not a web thing, but it's basically a web thing. You can shoot out and grab a tree and then reel the tree in so the tree like bends, and then boom,
Oh.
slingshot yourself. Like some of it, it's so like
Oh man. I think they
ridiculous.
did something like that in Fortnite and it was super fun.
Right,
I mean,
right.
yeah.
It
Fortnite is what it is, but there's certain things they throw into the game once in a while where you're like, okay, that is super cool.
a lot of the movement stuff, it looked like, from what I've seen, I've never played Fortnite, but it seems like they've really like there's a lot of effort into smooth movement and fun
Oh yeah,
traversal and
keeping
stuff.
it kinetic and
Yeah.
whatnot, and yeah, yeah.
But this is a game where you can look at different things and be like, oh, that's Red Dead Redemption 2. That's Fortnite. That's Spider-Man. That's like, you could tell there were probably supervisors and managers and executives who would just come down and be like, so I just played this game. Put this in here. And it's just
Oh
such a
yeah.
just a mash of everything. It's fun, but also frustrating because it's kind of janky at times, and some of the bosses are stupid hard, and like any good open world game, it's buggy at times and
Oh yeah, I'm
frustrating.
sure.
So
Yeah, because there's too much in the game.
yeah, there's too many
No
systems,
game
and they're
was
not
meant to
all
be.
really
Yeah,
working well together.
right, right.
But
You try to mush too much in there. It's
mhm,
like a casserole. You're like, what am I eating here?
yeah, it's all
What is
got
that?
a
Is that corn?
flavor.
I think there's corn in there. Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
corn.
So I've been doing that a little bit this last week or so, uh, and that's kind of taken over some of the time I would otherwise be watching various junk.
Sure. I'm I don't know. Like I haven't watched a whole lot other than like um Daredevil. Daredevil's the
Right.
main one. And then I did watch, however, and this is a weird one for me. I don't know if you've talked about this um filmmaker or if you're a fan of them or not, but Best in Show I finally watched.
Oh, that's an older movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those mockumentary guy shows. Best in Show. He did a bunch of them like that, and people talk about Best in
Christopher
Show all
Guest.
the time.
Right.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, but it's not really my thing.
right.
And so I was like, well, I'll give it a shot, and it was funny. It was funny. ironically, like we're on Helix Rock Radio, and I think of there's the one guy, and I feel like he gets this role a lot. He's like the color commentator for the dog show,
Uh-huh.
and he just throws out like these asides, and he's just trying to keep the show entertaining or whatever. But sometimes he's like, we like to have a little fun, and all I could think of was Brandon. Like Brandon style, where he's got to keep things moving, and
Sure.
sometimes it's clunky, but he's giving it his best.
Right. That's pretty good. Yeah.
So
I've never seen it, but I've heard it. I feel like especially filmmakers and actors and comedians that work in the comedy space reference
sure.
that movie constantly. I've heard it mentioned
Yeah,
so
they
many
love
times.
it, I guess. But I mean, like the character work is funny. Like I think that's the thing is like they all have these like characters, and
Right.
I think my favorite character is this is gonna shock you. He's like a cowboy that also has a puppet, and he's the bloodhound. His dog is just like a hound dog, like a bloodhound, and he's just solid earth guy. And but then the more he talks, like you just get this idea that he works at like a bait shop and whatnot. And but as he gets going, he just gets weirder and weirder.
Okay.
And then in the end, like he's just like it, he's not quite to the show, and then he's practicing his ventriloquism with a dummy, uh like in the RV on the way to the show. And then at the end, like they do the recap of where everybody's been since the show, and he's he's doing like a VA show with puppetry, and it's just it was just ridiculous and just super cringy, and you know,
Right.
so
Yeah,
it
Christopher.
starts out, so you start thinking it's like fairly straight laced mockumentary kind of thing, where it's like, oh, we're playing it pretty close to the vest, but as it goes on, it just gets more and more ridiculous.
Sure. Uh yeah, that makes sense. Christopher Guest was one of the Spinal Tap
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
guys. And yeah. All right.
So yeah, that was a weird one. That was a weird pick for me, but I was just like, meh, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Um Gotta go back and watch older movies, older classics that you've never watched before. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Just random, especially since you can't find good new movies on most streaming services. Uh, random older
Have we
movies.
talked about any of Born Again season 2 yet on here? Probably
No, we
not, huh?
haven't. We haven't. Melanie and I watched the
Yeah.
first episode, and
Yeah.
then
There's a lot crammed into that first episode.
yeah. God, yeah. What even?
I mean, it really does set the stage for everything I've seen so far. Like the sinking of that ship is
Right.
kind of the hinge of the whole story arc, really.
I do want to keep watching it. Yeah. It's so Melanie's not on the show because and this is part of the not the whole reason, part of the reason for our Grawlix vacation is
Mhm.
Melanie got a new she told her old employer to take that job and shove it. She was done with
Were
it.
you her old employer?
Maybe. No,
Oh, yeah.
she went and got a proper job. And that's not something she said. That's something I said. She went and got a job, so her schedule is crazy, and she's still in training, and like
Mm.
the last couple weeks she's had to get up at like 3:45 in the morning at the latest.
Oh,
And there's days where she doesn't get home till I don't know, she'll get home and have like maybe 3 or 4 hours before she's got to go to bed
does she
again.
like this job?
Well,
'Cause this is a lot.
it is
You
a
bet
lot.
you gotta like a job like that.
The schedule will change once she's out of training. Um, it's a long training. It's been kind of a long training period. The schedule will still be kind of erratic. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what it means for Grawlix. But anyway, so I've been I think she likes Daredevil fine, but I've been trying to not
Mhm.
force stuff that I don't think she's really that into,
Sure, she
on
doesn't have
her
a lot of
lately.
right now.
So we've been
Yeah, yeah.
watching
So she's gotta like stuff. She's gotta like it. Yeah.
yeah, we started watching Spy Family, which is an anime, but it's like it's very entertaining, but it's also like lighthearted and kinda relaxing and fun, and I've noticed she's really latched onto that, so I'm like, "All right, we'll just watch Spy Family for a while. We don't need to go Daredevil," but we did watch all that to say we did watch 1 episode, but then, like,
Yeah.
suddenly we're 3 episodes behind, so we will catch up, though.
It's pretty dark. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, it was in season 1 too, but, like, boy, they didn't tone anything down. Like, well, you saw episode 1. Daredevil comes out and he's breaking people's
Oh, yeah.
everything, like, he's not pulling any punches in that first episode, and it pretty much continues on that line. So,
He seems angry.
yeah. And Karen ain't particularly unangry herself
Right.
in this season, like that's the thing is you think maybe Karen Page would be the one that would like ground Matt, but I don't think that's the case, like she's also like she's right there with Frank's crazy. So
She's had
no,
in in the
she's not
Netflix
really a
stuff
good influence on him.
in the
Yeah.
Netflix stuff, she had, like, some of the darkest storylines,
They bring that up too. They bring up
yeah,
some of that. Like especially with the introduction of BB Urich,
right.
with that character, like that really brings up some of Karen's darkest stuff. So
I was happy to see how much she was in that first episode, and it seems like will hopefully continue to be in the series.
yeah,
Um,
so far she's in every
good
episode I've seen. So
because Matt's all right, but I think between the 3 and the original series, I can't say he's my least favorite because like, Foggy's great, but, like, his adventure the adventures
yeah.
there's not, like, much going on. A
Yeah.
lot of it focused in terms of, like, exciting stuff or, like, thriller stuff going on, it was all Matt and Karen Page, but, uh, Karen's great, and if they're
The
not gonna
trio is just like perfect. That's like
yeah,
it was so cool to have them in the Defenders even,
yeah.
like they were a nice like grounding element to that crossover series or whatever. And I don't know, they really hit that like Jessica Jones is in this season or whatever. Like they've really built that up as like this big deal. She just hasn't made an appearance yet. I think they
Oh,
reference her. I don't
okay.
remember if I think they reference a Jessica or whatever at one point, and
Hmm,
but I think that's as much as you get, and it seemed like a throwaway line almost.
hmm,
So
interesting. I wish the season's
yeah, I
much
don't, I
more
don't want to
short.
tell you too much, but like there's some fun stuff. The most recent episode was the most intense, and it features a lot of Bullseye. So you get a lot more of that character, which he's coming because he's at the very end of like you get that nod at the very end of the first
Yeah,
episode,
yeah, yeah, you do.
and they use him sparingly until basically episode 4.
I think I mentioned this in our chat, off the show at some point, but, I'm still he didn't get utilized a ton this last season, but I am glad
Mhm.
they didn't just especially with, like, he was kind of one of the main things built up at the end of the Netflix series that didn't really end up
Yeah,
going anywhere. I'm glad that they did pick him up, and,
yeah,
he is kind of a big deal
y-
Daredevil
oh yeah.
villain, so
Well, and it's like I wanted to see them get more and more like to where he's bullseye.
mhm.
But I also don't want them to just totally drop what they built with him either.
Yeah.
Like they built kind of a pretty grounded dude, like he is bullseye because of who he is. And yet, like he's never really had a full purpose. He's always been driven by someone else. And now it's like now he's kind of his own element. Now he's up to his own shenanigans, and now we get to see the crazy kind of take over, and
Right.
and that's a difficult balance. So I don't know if
Sure.
they're really striking that balance, but I feel like they're doing a pretty decent job of it, still feeling like the same character while also really giving us something new to chew on. So,
How long have you had now, we're not doing we don't have a video feed going out, but how long have you had that police box thing that's behind you?
oh, this is the first time it's been on the stream. That was on our
Oh.
door. That was on our door, and so we
Oh.
finally took it off the door. It's been up there for a long time. So, but
Well,
I put
it's
too much
great.
work into it for it to just go nowhere. So
It's gotta go
it's
somewhere.
right there.
It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go somewhere. So I thought, yeah, it'd be a good backdrop element. So
Yeah, for sure. Uh, you never had anybody come to your house, be like, Police call?"
oh, there was somebody that was like, "What's that all about?" And I was like, "It's a sci-fi thing." But then there would be a few people that would like love it too, and they'd be like, "Yeah," you know.
Right,
But then
right.
what do we have? We had the Jehovah Witness, and they tried to use that as like um, a hook, like, oh well, what do I really like time travel. What do you think? What do you think God would say if he could come back in time and see what we've done to the world? That
Wow.
kind of thing. We're like, oh boy, oh boy.
I kinda gotta admire that guy's salesmanship. That's ridiculous.
Oh man, it's like, how did you make that leap? Come on. And
Right.
it's like the older gentleman paired up with the younger guy, and it's clear that the older guy is the veteran, and kind of showing this young pup how it's done, kind of deal.
Right.
But like he gets the reference, and so he's the lead in. He's like, oh well, it's this show about time travel and outer space, and he's like, I like that. Oh, I might have to look that up. It's like, I bet you will. I bet you will, sir. You've already gotten more of my attention than the last Jehovah. So
That's pretty good. That's funny.
yeah,
Uh,
it was affable. It was, oh well. Would you like to hear more? Like, oh boy. What do you think? What do you think he would say about the way things are right now? Well, he'd probably say it's not great, huh?
right, right.
He'd probably say things are a sorry state, wouldn't he, sir?
Oh.
That was the last time anybody referenced,
Uh-huh.
you know, yeah.
You're like, after that, you're like, "It's done. Pull it down. Pull it down.
I sure didn't. I keep it up there. That's
Blow the
for
sign
sure.
down. We don't need it anymore."
Like, it's all right. It's nice. I'll use it.
Oh, that's good. Um, wow, that's amazing.
That is amazing. It's amazing. I mean, we did a whole show of nothing.
Come listen to Grawlix podcast. The whole show and nothing.
Hey, it's a
It
whole
worked
show
for
and nothing.
Seinfeld. We could do a show about nothing.
It sure did. It sure did.
Yep, yep.
And what would Seinfeld say about the state of things right about now? He'd be like, what is the deal with all these politics, man? I
I
don't know.
don't
I went
know.
like sort of Humpty Hump with that. That was not a totally good Seinfeld impersonation at all.
It's more of a what was his name? Harry Carey via Will
A little
Ferrell.
Harry Carey in there. Yeah. You're like, what's the deal
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in a Burger King bathroom? I told him just grab him in the biscuit.
Yeah, oh man, I got nothing after that. Um,
There you go.
it is good to be back and doing a thing though, for
There you go.
sure.
We're flexing the old Grawlix muscle.
Yep, the old
That
Grawlix
sounds dirtier
muscle.
than I thought it would. Flexing the Grawlix muscle is not
Oh,
a thing
flex
you
my
put on a
Grawlix muscle
t-shirt.
on you. I'm doing Grawlixes right now.
Yeah, that's right. Grawlix is so it's like it's an exercise to
Yep.
keep things taut.
Yeah, that's
taut.
exactly what it is. That's what it does.
Yep.
Oh, and it hurts a little.
It hurts a little, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I suppose we could wrap this show up. You got anything
Yeah.
you want to mention before we bounce out of here?
One thing that I should mention, because we mentioned it in past streams, is for all the people watching and listening right now, is my short story is out on Drive Through Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
So if you go to Drive Through Fiction, spelled like a drive through, with not the full word, but THRU, drivethroughfiction.com, and then you search for Kiefer, Kiefer. You can find my poetry zine or my poetry chapbook that I released, and you can also find What the Snowman Remembers, which is that short story that I kept alluding to. I finally compiled it so that can go up there. I don't have a print file for it ready yet, so at some point you can probably do print on demand for it, but I just haven't had a chance to sit down and formatting is labor of love, folks.
Sure.
It's not a fun thing. It's nice to get your stuff out there, and that's why you do it, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, awesome. I will include a link of that in probably the YouTube description. That's what I'll do.
Oh yeah, there you
That's
go.
what I'll do.
So that's the only thing I've been up to, and I do have a thing coming up this weekend where I'm going to do Papillion Library Con. So I'm just going to table at that, just my typical tabling gig. So, but
nice.
I've enjoyed doing their attempt at a Comic-Con kind of thing. And it's grown every year, so I'm interested. I didn't get to go last year because I had the flu, so I'll be excited to see how much it's grown in my absence.
Cool.
How about you?
I will be doing the usual tomorrow night on Helix Rock Radio, rockradio.live. I'll be doing Edge of the Abyss, my extreme metal radio show. I'll be playing a bunch of extreme metal. Last week we hit episode 100 on Edge of the Abyss.
What?
I was so tempted to post it on the Grawlix socials and be like, yeah, he knows.
My dog doesn't believe that's a real number.
Right. It's like BS. It's called BS on that.
That's not a real number. No way. Now, what's this that you've also started yet another show? Was it brand new show? Like, don't you have enough shows, man?
Something happens to me during March, and it took me a long time to figure this out because when I realized that we started Grawlix around in March, I started EMC in March. I think I don't know. I probably released some music in March. I started Edge of the
Spring Fever.
I started the Edge of the Abyss in March. Over the years, March, well, yeah, I did start another show. It's fortnightly, so it's only once every 2 weeks, and it's pre-recorded, so I'm not doing it live. It's only an hour long. It was very much like, oh, I have this urge to do what if instead of metal, electronic, just various electronic stuff, mostly kind of up tempo, often abrasive. It's the electronic counterpart to Edge of the Abyss, but I was also like, I already feel the Edge of the Abyss burnout coming, and I'm really going to add another show. So I've made a point to make it easier on myself at every step. Like I've got episode 2 this last weekend just aired. I've got 5 done. It's quicker to put together an hour-long show. It's pre-recorded. I'm not actually hosting. I'm just like producing the show, and then it runs like whatever radio. But I'm still enjoying Edge of the Abyss. But after just over 2 years of Edge of the Abyss, it's a nice, refreshing change to kind of like do the same but different. But also, it is a kind of a closer callback to my EMG radio days, to where it's like, oh yeah. I used to kind of do this exact thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's good. So that's Bit Rot.
Did we
And
say
that
what
runs,
it's called?
I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
It's called Bit Rot, and it runs Saturdays and Sundays, every other Saturday and Sunday on Tidy Radio, which is ontidyradio.com, UNTIDY radio.com. Because of time zones and daylight savings time, I always get the time wrong. They're UK based. And so it's typically about 9 p.m. UK time is when it runs on Saturday, and then I think 6 p.m. UK time on Sunday, which equates to roughly 3 or 4 our time on Saturday in the afternoon, and then 1 or 3 Sunday. I don't think on either end of the thing.
It is a weird time slot, because I caught it the one time, but it was like, oh, it's on right now.
Well, there was, last Sunday I was like 2 hours early in my promoting, like, it's going live now, and then I listened to the station for like 45 minutes, and I was like, no, it's not. What's happening? So I deleted that and then waited. So that's fine. If you don't want to worry about any of that, if you go to abyss.show, you can check the replays like on demand. It's from Mixcloud, so you can listen to it whenever, of Bit Rot, and of course all the Edge of the Abyss. So like there's 102 episodes, 103 episodes now, maybe, for you to 102 episodes to listen through up there. So
lots of Prodigy, right?
No Prodigy.
No Prodigy for the UK based audience, huh?
Right. I have compiled like I'm compiling a large list and then going through and like refining and making smaller. Here's an hour for this show. There is some Prodigy in that large like database I'm putting together of like potential stuff I can pull from. There is some Prodigy in there.
I mean, there would have to be,
right?
Yeah, but not probably not Firestarter.
Probably not Firestarter. I want to go
Firestarter, the one that everybody knows.
I mean, that it's still a good pull, though. That is still a song that if it comes on, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Firestarter.
I mean, that's why we know who Prodigy is,
right?
So,
but I think I have the tendency where if it's especially like Edge of the Abyss, especially if it's new, like if it's something well known, if it's new, if it's good, I'll play it. Be like, yeah, or I will play like the well known extreme metal classics. But Bit Rot, I feel like I kind of want to make a point to play the lesser known, or like maybe a little bit more obscure,
more independent.
Yeah, and then mix it up with something like super well known and out of left field. But from any time frame, so there will be some 90s stuff, some maybe Crystal Method or something, some 9 Inch Nails, like remixes of 9 Inch Nails, various stuff, as well as like weird breakcore and glitchy stuff, and some like gabber kicks, some distorted happy hardcore ridiculous stuff. We spent too much time talking about this.
This is just what we got coming up.
Yep.
But I mean, it's new, so you got to introduce it. So you got to give them a little bit of the flavor.
Right. It is the thing of like, I found this with music, like when Super Science was kind of strictly synthwave, it's so much easier to promote a thing that you're like, this is synthwave, or this is like death metal threat, this is extreme metal, whereas Bit Rot is once again into that territory of like, it's electronic. It's like, well, what does that mean? Well, it's like, first off, I don't want to list all the subgenres. I don't want to learn all the subgenres. I'm just finding interesting stuff. And a
Yeah.
little bit like Edge of the Abyss, where I went into it with kind of like an idea and then just learned like, oh, some things I was thinking was wrong, but also like, here's all the actual subgenres and get a better idea. I'm starting to get that a little bit with electronic music, but electronic music, it's so like, it's so much more. Like things just split off into so many different
Sure.
ridiculous things. Where
Well, like metal, like metal's got so
it's
many
true.
branches to the tree. But yeah, I can see what you mean, because yeah, when you go electronic, chip tunes we were talking about earlier,
Right.
that falls into some part of the tree.
Right. Yeah,
But
and
probably not going to be hearing a lot of chip tunes on Bitrot, I'm assuming.
a little bit. I'm trying to think
Oh,
of.
a little chip tune.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll mix that in there. I do have an episode. Is it the next episode? Since I'm like 5 ahead, I'm not quite sure which episode, but there's one episode where something like chiptunes or like industrial or something like that, a very recognizable specific thing, I'll like weave the random weirdness into a small block of it. And so there is
Okay,
definitely
yeah.
like a chiptunes block coming up that'll then like kind of segue out into some other whatever kind of dancey stuff or noise stuff. I've got some weird straight up noise, and I'm not a big fan of like harsh noise or just like noise, but there's some interesting rhythmic distorted noise stuff that I've thrown in an upcoming episode. So, but yeah, there's going to be some chip tunes, and I'd like to do more. I just need to find more chip tune stuff, because it's something I always appreciate when I come across, but I never think to search it out
Like
specifically.
to seek it out, yeah.
Yeah. So this has been the Grawlix
primer to not even a primer. It's not even really a primer.
Right. This is the Grawlix politics movie music local events show.
You guys need to send an email to, I don't even know what our email is, requesting that Melanie not get a job, not a real job, because
send money.
There you go.
If you want, if that's what you want, if you want,
listen, if you want this show to have a rudder, that's what you need to do.
There's no way she would have let this last segment go on so long.
No, we're gonna need a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
we're gonna need a GoFundMe
on a recurring
Save the Grawlix podcast.
Yep,
fun to Melanie.
keep the show short. Keep the episode short. You can help do that. You don't want it long.
If you're brevity, man, if you're not into that whole brevity thing, watch our show.
Right. Oh man,
because we'll keep going even if it's not good for us. Like I should go to bed, but
you should go to bed.
Listen to me, I'm still talking.
It's Thursdays, and Thursdays can indeed get bent. Whew, Melanie definitely had that attitude today. I mean, she wasn't in a bad mood, but she had a like. She's going to lay down. She's like, "Thank God it's Friday." I'm like, "It's not Friday yet." She's like, "It's close enough." She's like, "It is for me." And I was like, "Oh, Thursdays can't get bent, huh?" She's like, "Yeah." She was ready. It's an adjustment. It's an adjustment going back to full time, especially like that kind of early hours.
This sounds like more than full time. But I mean, more power to her.
It kind of
is. It's what she wants to do.
Yeah,
good on her, but also like, it's a lot of work to get stable employment.
Yep, true that. All right, thanks for watching. I mean, I guess you can't really even watch. Thanks for listening, everybody. Be sure to check us out every Thursday that we decide to stream here on Helix Rock Radio at rockradio.live, as well as the Grawlix YouTube channel. Just hit us up at grawlixpodcast.com, GRAWLIX podcast.com. Have a great weekend, everybody. It's close enough. It's already Friday. That's what Melanie says.
It's close enough. Thursdays can get